So for these next questions, we are dealing with apportionment and voting. So first question, the Republic of Tagausad consists of 5 states. This country must have 40 representatives as stated by their constitution. By utilizing the population of each state as provided in the table below, compute the standard divisor. In computing the standard divisor, we need to total the population. The 340,000 plus 467,000 plus 250,000 plus 179,000 plus 419,000 is equals to 1,655,000. Now that we have the total amount of the population, we need to divide them with the country's 40 representatives. So 1,655,000 divided by 40 is equals to 41,375. So now, our standard divisor is 41,375. Number 2 question. Suppose that a charitable organization will be donating 100 sacks of rice to municipality of Bidayang, which has 7 barangays. How many sacks of rice each barangay will receive through Jefferson Plan of Apportionment? So, we need to get the population of the barangays, which is now given here, and add them up over how many sack of rice. So sack of rice is 100 is equals to 522.04. And now we need to divide the population to its standard divisor. For example, 5,671 divided by 522.04 is 10.8632, and then for the 10,872 divided by 522.04 is 20.8260, while the barangay 3 has 12.9722, the barangay 4 has 15.3417, and so on and so forth. So now, for barangay 1, they will receive an initial 10 sacks. For barangay 2, 20. For barangay 3, 12. For barangay 4, 15. For barangay 5, 7. For barangay 6, 13. And for barangay 7, 19. So, there is a 96 sacks in total. But we are multiplying the 100 sacks for the 7 barangay, and the total of this is 96 only. What we need now is to have a modified divisor. A modified divisor is a random numbers that is closer to our standard divisor. So for me, I choose 500, and then I divide them with the population of the barangay. So 500 divided by 5,671 is equals to 11.342. Then the 10,872 divided by 500 is 21.744. While 6,772 divided by 500 is 13.544, and so on and so forth. And now we have the initial sacks of rice from barangay 1, which is 11, barangay 2, which is 21, barangay 3, which is 13, barangay 4, which is 16, barangay 5, which is 7, barangay 6, which is 13, and barangay 7 rather, is 19. And to sum them all up, we have now an equal of 100. So, that is how the Jefferson Plan of Apportionment. For question number 3, the Institute of Health in a city of Gilipana will be conducting a medical mission in one of its municipality. The distribution of the population of each barangay in the municipality is provided below. If there are 50 volunteers for this mission, how many volunteers to be allocated in Barangay Pasote using the Hamilton Plan, the Jefferson Plan, and the Webster's method? Let's start first with the Hamilton Plan. So, for finding the quota for the Hamilton Plan, we need to get the standard divisor. We need to get the total amount of the population in this one, we have 49,069, and we need to divide them with how many volunteers are for this mission, which is 50. So 49,069 over 50 is equals to 981.38. Now, we can have the quota by dividing our standard divisor to our population. So, in Calavo, we have 4,989 population divided by 2 our standard divisor, which is 981.38. We have now a quota of 5.0837, while the 6,900 population of Dumadro divided by 2, 981.38 is equals to 7.0309, and so on and so forth. And now, in knowing how many volunteers are there in each municipality, we need to get the first numbers, or the first and second numbers of the quota. For the municipality of Calabo, we have 5. The Madro, we have 7. The Buene, we have 11. The Pasati, we have 8. And the Caca, we have also 8. And the Hirba, also 9. In Hirba is 9, a total of 48. But the problem is we have 50 volunteers. So how can we have 50 volunteers that is going to be in this municipality? In order for us to have that, we need to find the highest point of this quota, of our quota, which is here in Pasati. We have a quota of 8.8396. So to round it off, it is 9. So we have to add 1 in our initial, so that we can have our 9. And now the next one is the Caca. This municipality has also a number point of quota, so we need to also add 1 volunteer for them. So our final volunteers for this municipality is the Calavo can have 5 volunteers, the Madro can have 7, the Buene can have 11, the Pasate can have 9, the Caca can have 9, and the Hirba also can have 9, which is a total of 50 volunteers. And the question here is, how many volunteers to be allocated in Barangay Pasate? For the Hamilton plan, we can have 9 volunteers for the municipality of Pasate. Now, moving on to our Jefferson plan. Jefferson plan is a bit different from Hamilton because we need to get the total number of 50 here in the initial. So now that our standard divisor can only give 48% here in our initial, we would now find the modified divisor of the Jefferson plan, which is, for me, I tried 820, and then I divided the 820 to the population of each municipality. For example, the Calavo, they have 4,989 population. I divided into modified divisor, which is the 820 is equals to 5.423 quota. And then the Maduro has a 6,900 population, and divided into 820 is, they have now a 7.5 quota, and so on and so forth. And again, we need to get these numbers here, which is the initial of our volunteers. In Calavo, we have 5, in Mandro 7, in Buena 11, in Pasate is 9, in Caca we have 9, and in Hirba we have 9, also a total of 50 volunteers. So that is how you can get the Jefferson Plan. So, the Barangay Pasoti in Barangay Pasoti, we have 9 volunteers using the Jefferson Plan. Moving on to Webster method, we are also using the standard divisor for finding our quota, which is our standard divisor is 49,069. The total amount of the population of each municipality over how many volunteers, which is 50, is equals to 981.36. And again, we need to divide them into the population of each municipality. And now we have our quota. And in finding the initial numbers of this municipality, we need to rely on the point here. We need to rely on rounding them off, just like in 5.0.837. We need it rounded off in 5, while the 7.0309 rounded in 7. 11.2138 rounded off in 11. The 8.8396 is has a large number of points, so it is 9. The 8.6613 also has a larger number of these points, so also 9. And 9.1708 is equals to 9. And a total amount of 50. So that is how you get the Webster's method. And how many numbers of volunteers are in Barangay Pasoti using Webster's method? We have 9 volunteers. In Webster's method, Hamilton's plan and Jefferson's plan, we get the result of 9 volunteers in Barangay Pasoti. Question number 4. The student trustee in Manaagay High School received 50 individuals that would look and manage for the incoming school-wide off-campus activities. The distribution of the representatives per year is given below. Calculate the Huntington Hill number of every year level. So in calculating the Huntington Hill number, we need to have the section it was given, the first, second, third, fourth section, and the total population of each sections, and the number of representatives. So, in order for us to calculate this, we need to first calculate the standard divisor, which is the total amount of the population and the total number of the representatives. So the total amount of the population is 1,240 over the number of representatives, which is 15, is equals to 82.67. Now, in finding the standard quota, we need to divide this 82.67% to the given populations of each section. So 450 divided by 82.67 is 5.443, while in second section we have 4.234, while in third section we have 2.903, and the fourth section we have 2.419. To get the lower quota, we just need to get these first numbers here in our standard quota, which is the 5, 4, the 2, and the 2. In getting the geometric mean, we need to have the formula, the square root of n times n plus 1. We are going to calculate the geometric mean using the standard quota. So, first is the square root of 5.443 times 5.443 plus 1 is equals to 30. And then so on and so forth with this second, third, and fourth section. And then they have the initial allocation of 5, 4, 3, and 2, which is in total of 14. But the problem is we have recruited 15 individuals. So we need to get the modified divisor for us to have the 15 person in total. So I tried several numbers, but then I come up with 75, which has the modified divisor of the first section 6, the second section 4.667, the third section 3.2, and the fourth section 2.667. And then I get the lower divisor of that, which is the 6, 4, 3, and 2. That is an equal of 15 in total. And also we need to put that here in our final allocation. Now the first section has a recruited individual of 6, while the second section has 4, while the third section has 3, and the fourth section has 2, is equals to 15 recruited individuals. So the question number 5 is, refer the problem in number 4. If the head of the school wants another individual to look over the event, which year will be assigned? So the year that we're gonna be assigned for that is the first section, because they have the most number of recruited individuals.